1960, even up to 1990, we have had over 13 commissions and committees on education. For example, in 1960, we had what we call the BOTIO. In 1963, we have the EMISA report. In 1966, we have the Kwapon. In 1966 again, we also have the Khosrow report. 67, we have that of Musah. The Russell report, 1969. We have the Donor report, 1970. In 72, we have what we call the Jobo report, and on and on and on. In 1984, we have the Evans and Fums one. You will observe that anytime there is a change in government, or anytime there is an issue, we change the entire system of education.
Yeah.
And that is one key. So if somebody raises that issue, the person is perfectly correct. Education is not like any other thing that you do it 2-3 years, you get the results. You are dealing with human development, human capital development. Look, recently, the World Bank published a report in 2018. They indicated that in the next 18 years, 56% of the human capital index of Ghana will go waste. Why didn't they say 2 years? Why didn't they say 3 years? They said 18 years. Because in bringing up, in getting the best skills from your people, it will take you not less than 10 years. So if even the World Bank is predicting that in the next 18 years, 56% of our human capital index will go waste, that should tell us that when you are developing your human capital base, you must have a long-term measures. You must know exactly, in fact, the vision and what that you want your country to be like. And when you get that, then you prepare all your people together, I mean, your human resource together with every resource you have to achieve that particular goal. And that is something we are not doing. Almost every time we are changing. Almost every time we are changing. And so that is a huge challenge. Now let me quickly come to the issue of the collective agreement.
Yeah.
You see, the issue of the collective agreement, we have given every teacher a copy in Ghana so that they can have a look at it.
Okay.
Now, we must also understand that under the labor law, the contract between the worker and the employer exists under what we call contract of employment. And that contract of employment is not regulated by rules of engagement. Because when workers come together, it will be difficult, if not impossible, to negotiate one-on-one with the employer. And so we negotiate en bloc, so that together we will en bloc for a group of people. And that is why we have what we call collective agreement. When I say collective, you collectively negotiate on behalf of a group of people. So on behalf of teachers, this collective agreement is there to regulate the industry, to regulate the relationship between the employer and the worker. Now, if this particular document contains two main things, we have what we call the issues of interest and the issues of right. I repeat, in the collective agreement, we could summarize it in two concepts.
Okay.
The issues of right and the issues of interest. The
issues of right and issues of interest.
Exactly. The issues of right are things that you are entitled to.
Okay.
Things like leave, things like your salary, things like, working under safe environment, among other things. But the issues of interest are the things that will enable you to provide the work or to deliver your service. So, for example, the issue of infrastructure is very, very, very fundamental. The issue of infrastructure is very, very key. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
In the 2017 budget, the budget tells us that 1,171 kg blocks will be produced or will be put in place in the next 4 years. And that the 4 years was 20. We are in for the 4 years ended 2020. And since we'll be providing 1,171 kg blocks, and that we will start by constructing 200. Now, in 2018, the budget was silent on it, but it became the 2019. According to the 2019 budget, we were able to put in place, or we'll be able to complete 90 of the KG blocks. And we told ourselves that we will finish 150. But let us ask ourselves, between that period, have we been able to finish all those things?
That's the question.
This is a very huge thing. You see, this is a huge. So, a typical example is what I'm giving you. So, issues of interest is something that will enable you to provide your service, and that is very, very important. Let me stress this particular thing. The reason why it's important is, you see, the way we teach over, let me say, in Africa, and Ghana not being an exception, because we cannot detach our service from our body. You need to present your physical body at the place to enable you to deliver the service you have to deliver. And so that is a huge challenge. So when the infrastructure is in place, it will actually provide that kind of protection that an individual needs. And we also want to encourage our teachers that, look, once you have the document, please try. This is a very small document.
Okay.
A very, very small document. When you pick it, within 3 hours, you can finish reading it. So please, together, let us all read it.
Thomas,
appreciate the content of that document.
Thomas.
Hello.
Yes, there is an. I've been able to go through the documents, and all the questions coming are related to upgrading, promotion, and all that. But let me move to the document since it is now a working document. Let me look at article section 1 of the document.
Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a quick one. Yes, indeed, as he said.
Yeah, please, can you hold on for me? Can you hold on for me? I will bring you in. Can you hold on for me? All right. Thomas, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. The person who just entered is the chairman of All Teachers Alliance Ghana. He has a contribution to also make. So he's on via phone, but I'll let him in. But let me put this question to section 1. Subsection 1.2, it says that the application and scope. The collective agreement shall apply to all full-time teachers within the GES who are members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAD, and Coalition of Concerned Teachers. I want to understand that scope. Does that mean that the agreement binds only members of these 3 unions?
No.
Okay.
Look, I indicated to you, when we talk about collective agreement, it simply means that you negotiate on behalf of the whole. And for now, these 3 unions are the recognized ones that went to negotiate on behalf of the whole. So as of the time we started the negotiation, these 3 unions negotiate on behalf of the whole. And for the sake of clarification, if you look at the labor regulation 10, it says that any time that you are going to negotiate on any of these conditions of service, the union with the bargaining certificate will carry the rest along. So not NAGRAT, CCT, we went to negotiate on behalf of the entire teachers.
Okay.
Of the teachers in Ghana. So when we are talking about collective agreement, we don't take somebody out, but because the unions negotiated on behalf of the whole, that is why you have it like that. So it's binding so long as you have the Ghana Education Service. This is what you call the contract of employment negotiated on behalf of the whole. And for that matter, teachers in Ghana.
All right. You know what? I'm receiving messages and they are I'm receiving messages directing towards the same question. Let's look at the content. The collective agreement shall apply to all full-time teachers within the GES. Listen to the next line. Who are members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, National Association of Graduate Teachers, and Coalition of Concerned Teachers under the leadership of NAT, thereafter referred to as the union. So in this context, I don't know if there is any disparity since other unions like the Innovative Teachers, the All Teachers Alliance Ghana, the indication here did not indicate that. It said who are members. So even though you are a full-time teacher under the GES, you should be a member of this union. Is that not it, Thomas?
Please, I have explained that when we say the document you are holding, the title is collective agreement.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Look at the title of the document. It is called what? Collective agreement.
For teaching staff within the Ghana Revenue Service.
Yes, so when we talk about collective agreement, a group negotiates on behalf of the whole. That's exactly what it takes. That's exactly what it takes. And if you look, and I've also made reference to Regulation 10 of the labor law, Regulation 10. You see, it provides that any time that there is going to be a negotiation of such matters, which covers everybody, the union with the bargaining certificate will take the rest along, and that is exactly what has happened.
Okay.
So taking NAGRAC to engage, it doesn't mean that if any union comes up today, will say that their members is not covered. No.
Okay.
The thing is that so long as this is the contract of employment that is binding on all teachers. So long as you are with the Ghana Education Service as your employer, it is binding on you.
Okay.
It is binding on you.
All right.
Let us take note of that.
Yes. Please, to the listeners. Okay.
No, let me explain it. This thing started not today.
Okay.
The collective agreement was first done in 2009. Look at the first one. The first time we had a collective agreement, it was in 2009.
Okay.
And the process started in 2011 to get a new one in place. So it has been 10 years down the line before we are getting this particular thing. So it wasn't an issue that started today.
Okay.
It's about 10 years journey that has brought us this far.
All right.
I take note of that.
Yes. From messages coming through, teachers are happy with your explanation, and they said they want you to explain more. And the questions are here, so I'll be asking as it comes. Let me usher in the chairman of All Teachers Alliance Ghana, Isaac Ofori. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome to Summer Radio, and the show is The Forum.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Good. We're discussing the collective agreement. Any contribution?
Yeah, I think that on the background, I couldn't hear the other side of the conversation.
Oh, okay.
But as we were putting the question to your panel, I hear you say that the collective agreement has stated categorically that the teachers, full-time teachers who are members of 3 associations, are binded. They are binded by the collective agreement. You were putting to him, why is this so? So the question now comes to the point where I always say that Ghana National Association of Teachers should make necessary steps. They should know that the world is changing, and as time goes on, they will not expect that only 2 or 3 teacher unions will exist. There are going to be times that people are going to champion their own welfare and cause, and now the unions will come up. They should be able to come to terms with that, rather than trying to create the impression of creating a discrimination against younger associations.
I think, Isaac.
Yes, sir.
He tried explaining that even though that section of the agreement spells out the 3 major unions, he explained that these 3 major unions are more or less like the mouthpiece of the other unions. Hence, when they speak, it binds the other unions. Do you buy into that?
No. You see, when that thing goes to court today, it won't stand the test of time. It can't stand the test of law.
Okay, so you're also making reference to the same question I'm asking, right?
Yes, it won't stand the test of law because by law, that, you see, have you seen that the language has been captured in the form of law? That when somebody takes it to court and says that this collective agreement, if it is backed by law, it means that it doesn't cover teachers who are not members of these 3 associations. In any case, Mr. Ellis.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Have you seen that there are teachers who are teachers, but they don't belong to any association?
Okay. Oh, okay. So we have teachers who are not part of any association.
Yes. There are teachers who are not part of any association. So what do we make of these categories of teachers who don't belong to any association? there are teachers who have also expressed the fact that
It's
associations
I'm at the
only
car
are
park.